2012年2月26日星期日上午8点，台北市救国团健谈青年活动中心金国纪念馆群英堂，将近800名的会众云集，前来参加金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴视讯长寿法会暨菩提心妙宝佛法开示。视讯长寿法会在尊贵的图托仁波切的致辞中揭开序幕。
这是600개전타다바도시베님들 마원남쟁아바 참고준비조가便秘加섭大家那么的高真信度切瓦。首先，我代表台湾八棒智慧林，欢迎大家来参加慈尊金刚总持第12世广定大司徒巴的长寿生日法会。
尊贵的图托仁波切用中文和藏文向大众问好，并且阐释了举办此次视讯长寿法会的缘起和意义。仁波切也提到，期盼透过视讯能够消弭求法上的障碍，让大众能亲见上师，并听闻珍贵的法教。
所以，相见上师、思念上师、供养上师以及提醒上师是非常的重要。这就是我们举办这个法会的真正的意义。
随后，尊贵的图托仁波切先以藏文精要地介绍金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴的生平。中文的生平大事记，则是由高雄市八棒智慧林佛学会的前任会长曹明修师兄向大家宣读。
马尔巴曾将大手印法教由印度带回西藏，并成为藏传佛教8大传承中马巴可举传承的源头。
2012年施恩法宴，慈尊金刚总持第12世广定大司徒巴生日祝寿法会，法会开始。
会场里响亮的唢呐声，带领着一颗颗热切期盼亲见上师的心，从台湾这一端漂洋过海，吹向印度那一端，到达喜马拉雅山边的八棒智慧林。我们最亲爱的上师金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴，就在八棒智慧林的大殿升上法座。
向尊贵的上师3问讯：1问讯，再问讯，3问讯。
拉玛诺布是来自印度八棒智慧林最优秀的维诺之一，他以浑厚又摄受人心的起音，引领大众唱诵仪轨。抬头仰望，金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴庄严地端坐于法座上，前排有尊贵的仁波切们和尊敬的堪布们，带领全场将近800位的法友们。伴随着耳边传来的唱诵声，仿佛有那么一刹那超越了时空，使大众们感到似乎真的置身在印度八棒智慧林的大殿里。接着，由尊贵的图托仁波切代表全体与会大众，向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴行3顶礼。 而尊贵的图托仁波切也向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴献曼达。随后并依序献上三昧耶功德与事业供养。
献身口意功德事业供养。
紧接在后的一长列供养队伍，则是由台湾8棒智慧林4个佛学会的代表所组成。代表们一一走上法座前，潜心向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴献供养和吉祥哈达。长寿法会持续进行到供茶仪式，3位穿着正式服装的喇嘛，依循着传统的方式，向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴供茶。当身处在台湾的喇嘛将茶供上的那一刻，远在印度8棒智慧林的慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴也随即接受。看到如此殊胜而不可思议的这一幕，来自各地的法友们又再一次的感受到以视讯突破时空限制的震撼。根据西藏传统，在各种吉祥活动中，供茶是一项不可或缺的礼仪。今天的长寿法会就是完全根据传统仪式来进行。
好，大家可以开始饮用吉祥茶。
在藏地寺院举行各种吉祥的活动时，除了喝吉祥茶以外，也会享用吉祥饭。由义工们分送到大众手里的吉祥饭，均是由喇嘛耶谢在长寿法会当天的一大清早，依照藏人的传统煮食方式来制作。司仪也借此机会向大家解释吉祥饭所表征的意义。
亲近的祝福与问候，而你在藏文中的意思是有着成就果位的表征。
就在大众享用吉祥饭的同时， 一座有满满玫瑰花装饰其上的3层大蛋糕，缓缓推进会场，来到金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴的面前。
生日法宴的现场，这是我们乡亲组的所有的义工们非常用心谦尽心来做成的献给我们的上师。
以淡雅玫瑰为主题的3层大蛋糕，象征着台湾弟子们对上师满满的想念与感恩。这时，大众以难掩兴奋的心情，尊贵的图托仁波切带领大众先以藏文 Zasid Delay 来向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴问好。并以英文和中文献唱生日快乐歌，祝福慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴生日快乐，祈愿上师健康长寿。
接下来凤完，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。谢谢各位，祝你生日快乐。
在维诺拉玛诺布唱诵供养文的同时，尊贵的图托仁波切切下第1片蛋糕，以最虔敬的心供养给金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴。而在印度8磅智慧林大殿里法座上的慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴，也没有秒差地接下了蛋糕，让在台湾现场的4众弟子们再度经历了如此欢喜与感动的一刻。
It is delicious as pure heart.
由于因缘殊胜难得，司仪即在此时代表大众，恳请金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴给予台湾弟子们简短的开示。
First of all, I wanted to wish you very auspicious Water Dragon Year. I also wanted to express to very venerable Tuta Rinpoche and all the Palpung centers and its members, the Sangha, the devotees, all of you for arranging this birthday occasion, and I wanted to offer this very beautiful occasion to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 direction and 3 times. All the Venerable Rinpoches and Khenpos, Lamas, monks, nuns, and all the followers from number of centers and number of institutions, all of you who came for this occasion, I wanted to express my appreciation for taking your time, as well as I admire your dedication and your sincere devotion to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and your sincere bodhicitta for all sentient beings. I deeply, from the depth of my heart, express my gratitude. All of you look wonderful, and these beautiful flowers, my favorite flower, the orchids, make you even more beautiful and wonderful. And I consider it is very auspicious that there's so many orchids, because they're supposed to live 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 years. They're supposed to be most long-living plant on earth, if it is kept properly. Yes. So I consider this auspicious because the precious teaching of Lord Buddha Shakyamuni should live a life with pure lineage and with its full glory until the enlightenment of Lord Maitreya, which commonly estimates about 2 million years from now. So this is auspicious. I wanted to share this, and I wanted to look at these beautiful orchids and know that the teaching of Buddha will last until the enlightenment of Lord Maitreya, with full glory and blessing for 2 million years. I wanted to look at it and see the beauty and appreciate it and make it offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I know that I am 59 years old, and that is what birthday is all about. It is to remind us how old we become. I wanted to appreciate being 59 years old on very special year, very, very special year. This year is very special year, very holy year. This year, according to the calculation by the Indian astrologers and historians, this is exactly 2,600 years since Prince Siddhartha attained Buddhahood under the Bodhi tree. This is one of the reasons I say this is a very holy year. And for another reason, that is, This year is exactly 901 years since the first Jalwa Karmapa Dusum Chenpa, who represents the activities of the old Buddha, was born. This is another reason why this is a very holy year. Now, another reason why this year is very holy year is because the great master who brought the sacred tantric lineage, Vajrayana lineage, from India to Tibet, one of the greatest master, Marpa Lotsawa. This is exactly 1,000 years since the birth of Lord Marpa. So these are the reasons why I very deeply feel the blessing of this holy year. I am sure this year is holy in many, many ways, but these are the few that we are very clear and we recognize. May I remind you that my birthday is nothing, but the birthday of everybody is everything. My birthday is nothing because Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, in his teaching of Prajnaparamita, he says, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Emptiness is none other than form, and form is none other than emptiness. So I repeat, this relating to my birthday. My birthday is emptiness. Emptiness is my birthday. My birthday is none other than emptiness, and emptiness is none other than my birthday. Thank you for Buddha.
For letting me know this.
So I say your birthday is everything. Why do I say this? Very simple. Emptiness does not mean nothing. Emptiness means limitless, no limitation, no dualistic identity, no dualistic existence. Therefore, it is everything. When it is not nothing, then it is everything. So your birthday is everything. Everything is your birthday. Your birthday is none other than everything. Everything is none other than your birthday. Every moment is your birthday. Every moment is my birthday. Therefore, each and every one of us manifest in each and every one of us's own way. You look at me, of course magnified over there, and you look at yourself and you look at everyone around you, all of us relatively look very, very different. Some of us are a little bit fat like me. Some of us are thinner. Some of us are very fit. Some of us tall. Some of us short. Some of us have beard. And others have no hair. And some of us have lots of hair, very hairy. And all of this manifestation is the result of countless lifetimes of our karma in the past. Some of us like where we look. Some of us don't like where we look. And some of us don't care where we look. And this concept and perception of liking and not liking is also the production of many lifetimes of karma. And this karma ripens just like orchids blooming in every season. It is the same sentient being, it is the same mind that continues from life after life. But your manifestation in each life is slightly different from the previous life. And this is a very beautiful way the law of the karma manifests. But in the depth of that law of karma is something that does not change. Doesn't matter whether we are born as a man, women, we become monk or nun or remain lay people. There's something that never changes. That is, deep inside us, we have limitless potential. We can feel it if we let ourselves feel it. If you just relax, calm down, then you can feel, you can see this limitless potential within you. That is the Buddha. Buddha is on the altar because it is in us. Otherwise, putting Buddha on the altar does not make any sense. We wish to become Buddha. Prince Siddhartha already became Buddha. So we put his image on the altar to remind us that he is part and parcel of us. We are part and parcel of him. We wanted to become like him, to make everybody like him. I wanted to end this particular session here. And before ending, I wanted to say, all of you came here because of Buddha Shakyamuni. All of you looking at me in this big screen because of Buddha Shakyamuni. I have nothing to offer you except what I have received from my very dear masters, my gurus. The lineage that they transmitted to me is the teaching of Buddha. I am the servant of Buddha to serve you all by offering you and giving you and transmitting you the sacred blessing of the Buddha. May Buddha bless you. May Buddha bless you. May Buddha bless you. Let's dedicate the merit of this particular morning session of beautiful ceremony and my sincere sharing of the Dharma for the benefit of all sentient beings to attain the Buddhahood. May we make the dedication.
在开示告一段落之后，慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴透过即时视讯，同步带领台湾弟子们功德回向，愿所有众生都能早日证悟佛果。法会的尾声，由尊贵的仁波切们、尊敬的堪布们、喇嘛拉们、阿尼拉们和大众依序上前献吉祥哈达，与会者无不法喜充满。上午的视讯长寿法会在此圆满，而弟子们满心期待的菩提心妙宝佛法开示将在下午展开。中午休息时间，前方荧幕上为大家播出一部非常珍贵的纪录片《和平朝圣之旅》。慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴，早在20多年前就已经开始了促进世界和平的活动。这部影片记录着慈尊从菩提伽亚佛头证悟的地方出发，走访世界各地，拜访各宗教领袖，不遗余力地推动着世界和平。
There should be peace and harmony among humanity.
此次大众能有这么殊胜的因缘齐聚在此，乃源自尊贵的图托仁波切慈悲，替台湾弟子们向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴祈请，给予菩提心妙宝佛法开示。尊贵的图托仁波切是慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴在台湾的代表。慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴在台湾的代表， 长期以来照顾着北、中、南、东4个8磅智慧林中心。为了弘扬上师金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴的殊胜法教，也成立了8磅法传中心。这次的菩提心妙宝佛法开示，法传中心亦会在尊贵的图托仁波切指导下完整记录，让不克前来的法友们同样有机会聆听上师珍贵的法语。
To make it comprehensive as possible, the teachings about precious bodhicitta.
下午，会场依旧座无虚席，将近800多名的法友们，个个全神贯注地聆听开示，生怕会遗漏了任何内容。慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴全程以英文开示，现场则是请到了中文翻译，让台湾弟子们能跨越语言的隔阂，听懂开示内容。
结果也就是业，业的结果就是在轮回苦海中流转。
慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴以浅显易懂、幽默风趣的方式阐述佛法，使得大众总是如此欢喜地聆听慈尊的开示。透过巧妙的比喻和日常生活中的实例，让弟子们感受到佛法并不是那么艰涩难懂和遥不可及。
Each life 1% better and become Buddha. That is wonderful, far as I am concerned.
一条网路线串起印度和台湾两端这份难得的师徒情缘。金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴在开示结束后，更慈悲应允，为台湾弟子们的提问解惑。而滋润在这智慧法语的弟子们，心中满是感动，甚至忍不住地红了眼眶。
Another way of learning Dharma from a teacher.
非常感恩我们伟大的上师。
在问与答之后，持续一整天的活动已接近尾声。司仪代表全体大众，向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴致感谢词。
相信大家的法喜充满，以及内心的激动与感动以及感恩是无以言喻的，所以呢，我们再一次以最热烈的掌声来表达我们的感恩。
就在大众唱诵回向文的同时，拉玛扎西仅代表主办单位台湾8磅智慧林，向金刚总持慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴献圆满哈达以及供养金，并一一向尊贵的仁波切们、尊敬的堪布们以及拉玛拉们等多位出家众献供养金，感恩他们特地前来参与此次法会，一同庄严道场。今年，尊贵的图托仁波切为感谢专程从各地前来参与法会的信众， 特别祈请慈尊第12世广定大司徒巴为此次的佛法开示，绘制名为《菩提心妙宝》的画作，并将它制作成非常精美的徽章，赠与大众结缘。法友们上前线圆满哈达后，欢喜地从尊贵的图坡仁波切手中接到如此独特又充满意义的纪念品，身心灵都非常的充实美好。要圆满一场如此殊胜的法会，需要大众齐心协力，才有可能达成。今年的视讯长寿法会暨佛法开示，主办单位台湾八棒智慧林募集了近200名的义工，在尊贵的图坡仁波切的带领下，经过了半年多来的用心策划与筹备，才能众志成城，使法会得以顺利举行。感念师恩，依教奉行，让我们相约明年再见。